Okay, this one, I was like, wait, what?
It's giving serial killer?
Well, how do you fit in a suitcase?
Why are you fitting in a suitcase?
Actually, one time I did put my friend in a suitcase. Happy Halloween, Pelvic Freaks. Welcome to Pelvic POV.
With your hosts and doctors of physical therapy, Amanda and I don't know why you could hate that. Happy Halloween, Pelvic Freaks.
Woo.
Welcome to Pelvic POV. Is that what I normally say?
I don't know. That like threw me off.
You can wear your freaks for us. That's your line.
I know, but you said it different. You
I
said,
know.
"What's up, Pelvic?" That's how you usually say it.
I said Happy Halloween, and I usually say welcome to another episode of Pelvic POV.
That's it. Okay, restart. Ready?
Okay. Or do we keep that in?
We'll figure it out. Welcome
back to another episode of Pelvic POV.
We're your freaks for us, and we're freaks for your pelvis, baby.
I don't know what's different about you today, but you look really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does the pink bring out my eyes?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think it's good.
Just thought I would throw on something a little extra today.
For our pelvic freaks.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys feel like? You guys like our vulva suits?
Let us know in the comments.
We were trying to debate. We were like, should we just like pretend like nothing's changed?
That's kind of what I did, and then you didn't do it.
I know, but I felt like I had to address it. Like, there's no way I could have just gone the rest of the episode without telling them about our vulva suits
and how we came out. How did this come about?
We know this. I'm not a mysterious person.
Yeah,
I wish I could be a mysterious person, but I am a chronic oversharer.
No, I agree with you actually on that. Yeah, we're obsessed with our vulva suits, and this will not be the last time you see them.
Did you ever use the DoorDash? I mean, Ding Dong Ditch. I did both, but
not where I thought you were going with that. Yeah, I do it in hotels still.
Oh, still?
Don't tell anyone.
I won't.
It's one of my pranks.
Pelvic freaks. Don't tell anyone. It's one of Amanda's. It's one of her like Winston CC mess arounds.
I have two. Do you want to know the other one?
The other prank?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the ding dong ditching in hotels is honestly, it's a classic and hilarious. And if anyone tries to tell me otherwise, you're wrong.
I can't wait
so
to do this with you and then like lock you out of the hotel room.
So good. I will kill you.
Can you imagine? You would be like,
yeah, I'd be so mad. That's so funny.
Well, now I told you.
It's fine.
You'll forget.
I'll forget.
You'll 100%
by the time you and I are going in a hotel together, I'll forget.
Yeah.
My other one, do you want to know it? Because it's better.
Yeah.
So anyone who knows me knows that I'm terrified of kangaroos, and I like don't want to go to Australia.
I didn't know this about you.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Okay.
So I hate them. I think they're weird. I don't want them to kick me. Not interested. Terrifying.
No, I get it.
So then there's those pictures online of like the ones that are really muscular, and they're fucking terrifying. So I have one of those saved. It's its own album on my phone called Scary Kangaroo. And when I'm at airports, I airdrop it to strangers.
Shut up. Can you airdrop it to me? I want to see.
I'm gonna airdrop it to you. It's my favorite game. It's such a good prank because then people are like, "What the? Why did I accept this airdrop?"
Who sent me this?
And you can like
kangaroo?
look around and see who you might have sent it to, and it's kind of funny.
Did you do it when you went to Greece?
No, because we almost missed our flight.
Oh, damn.
Wait, I'm trying to airdrop.
Not it getting in the way of your prank.
I know, it was crazy.
It popped up on my iPad.
Wait, can you guys see this?
Dude, that is Photoshop. That's AI.
No, it's not. This was like years ago that I did this. AI wasn't even a thing.
That is terrifying, dude.
It might be Photoshop. I have no idea. But whatever it is, it's scary.
That is terrifying.
That's my other prank.
I don't have any like constant pranks, but I could.
If you're Winston, you gotta start pranking.
I've pranked before.
She'll do it again. What are you doing for Halloween?
Probably hanging out with you.
Facts. We probably went to a party last weekend.
Yeah, probably. We're filming this ahead of time.
Okay.
I think I want to be a vampire now.
Oh, I think I want to be a witch. I have purple hair.
You should be a witch. I want to be a vampire. I was a vampire one time in college, but I feel like I could do it so much better now.
Yeah, I think we could do this.
I have a vision.
Yeah. So that's about it. That's all we got to say on that. Today's episode is going to be another pelvic freak story time. We got really good feedback on our poop stories episode, and everyone's been asking for more. So we figured, what What's a better time? What's scarier than bad sex?
What's scarier than bad sex?
On Halloween.
Hell yeah. People have even asked for more poop stories, so there could be another poop story round if you guys really, really want that. We've already been sent at least like 3 or 4 more without asking, so
yeah. And also we got a ton of stories this time around. So if we don't get to yours today, I'm sorry. We might have another one of these in the near future.
Yeah, we can always bring back. Yeah, sorry for interrupting you again. We can always bring back. There's plenty of time in the world, all right, for pelvic freak story time.
Yes,
and we just got a lot of freaks out here, all right.
We got a lot of freaks out here, and also we're just here to destigmatize on these storytime episodes. So if they don't resonate with you, and you're like, I want more pelvic floor content, go listen to those episodes. Those are, that's where we educate. That's where we talk about what we do in the clinic. These ones are just to destigmatize and have a little fun. So join in if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. Shall we start?
Well, we're going to start with our stories. We're going to try to get to as many as possible in the time allotted. So I want you to start. I like when you start.
Okay, I can start. Okay.
And what I really like about these is that people went into detail. And also, these are all anonymous, so we have no idea who submitted this.
Yeah, we don't, unless you left your name. Some people were like, leave me anonymous. And we're like, we don't know who you are. It's fine. So
some people said, like, guess who it is. And we're like, damn, we literally have no idea.
We have no idea who you are, actually. Okay, story number 1. I was really excited to hook up with the hottest senior when I was a freshman. In parentheses, he was Italian, super sexy and nice, and also uncircumcised. LOL. I went over to his house when his parents were gone, only to find out he shared a room with his elementary school brother. I think he was between 4 and 6 years old. The room was decorated with kids' decor. They had matching twin beds, and the toys were all over. Needless to say, it was not the 50 Shades of Grey experience I was wanting. Traded whips and chains for toys and chains. He also ended up being a virgin, so no sex, just head.
Oh my god, wait, I love that she, or whoever this person is, put in also uncircumcised. LOL. All right. Oh, this one's a long one. Girls, when I tell you this still haunts me. There was a guy in college that I was hooking up with, but I didn't know him well enough to handle this situation with grace. Probably would have blossomed to something had this not happened. Anyways, I went over to his frat with the, not the frat stories. I went over to his frat with the intention of ending things with him because I was terrified of commitment and didn't know what else to do. Led to some of the best sex of my life. I know what that means. Like, when you're like, think it's going to be over and then it's like you talk and whatever.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Always, wait. Led to some of the best sex of my life. Always the skinny, lanky men with the biggest dicks. I've conducted a lot of field research on this. Okay. After what felt like an hour of hot and heavy sex, he finishes and pulls out, and I immediately hear, uh-oh. Come to find out the condom came off and is somewhere inside of me.
Girl.
I feel like I heard this on another podcast before. He, like a gentleman, offered to fish it out, which I, of course, said no to, and quickly threw my clothes back on and ran back to my sorority to sit on the toilet with moral support from my friends as I reach into the deep abyss of my vaginal canal to find it. Smiley face. Anyways, he came over the next day with Plan B in a paper bag. Oh, what a man. Love that. And we never spoke about it. Things clearly ended there, but I went to a small school, and so I saw him around, and it was horrible. Anyways, he's married to a girl with the same name as me and is graduating med school, so not sure I made the right call.
LMAO.
This person left us an extra one, too. The other quick one is when I lost my virginity, in parentheses, which also I hate saying lost because what the fuck? Question mark. Yeah. When I had to have sex when I had to, I threw that in there. I don't know.
Oh, no.
When I had sex for the first time, the guy came, promptly got up and threw up in a trash can, half-heartedly asked for my number. Then when I laughed, he said, I sound like his mom.
Wait, hold on.
Did I read that right?
I didn't read this one before, this like little bonus one.
I know.
Let's go back to the first story because there's so much to unpack here.
Okay.
No, actually there's not. I lied. That's really,
they really self-explanatory.
She really wrote it all out there, actually. Like, that's pretty much what happened.
You just wanted to address and comment and then move on.
I just want to address it. The second story is chaotic immediately.
And then he acted like it was normal and was like, so anyways, can I get your number?
Half-heartedly. Oh, that was fun.
And then said he sounds like his mom.
Can I grab your number then?
Oh, this is funny. Anyway, sorry for the trauma. Smiley face. I have more stories too, but those are the first that come to mind. Let me know if you need more. I have one that ended with blood all over the room as well, if you'd like to hear that one. But bye, pelvic freaks.
I'm sorry. How is that one not on here?
Well,
we're gonna need you to resubmit that blood on the room one.
If it doesn't make me throw up. Honestly, I got a good stomach, so send it in.
Got a strong stomach.
Got a strong stomach out here.
Okay, next. I used to be in a situationship with a guy who liked to do anal all the time, and he was the first person I ever did it with. Probably second or third person I ever slept with. Hashtag anal virginity, LOL.
Not the hashtag.
I've never seen that in a hashtag before. Okay. There was never a comfort issue or anything. It was easy peasy. Then, as I grew up into an adult, LOL, and tried doing it with my boyfriend, it was horrible and uncomfortable and needed hella lube. And it was at the point that I realized it was so easy with the other guy because his penis was potentially a micro penis.
I've never experienced a micro penis.
I haven't either, but like,
I have seen it on New Girl.
It's just, I don't know if I have words for this one.
No, she was like, it's a statement.
No, it's just a statement.
She's like, so anyways,
this is what happened. The hashtag anal virginity will, that's a new hashtag for me.
Thank you for sharing that.
I really liked that.
We will use that hashtag eventually, I'm sure.
Does size matter? The last two have talked about size. This is interesting.
Oh, is this the next one?
Next one. We can go next.
Oh, okay, cool. I got this one.
Okay.
I didn't have my first orgasm until I was 21 years old. That's it. That's the spooky story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very common.
It's pretty common. Yeah.
It's
so,
very
if you're
common.
hearing that and you're like, oh, that's earlier than I had mine.
Come see us.
Come see us. That was pretty common though. That is spooky stuff.
Spooky.
Next, female Cincinnati. One time my boyfriend and I were on vacation at an all-inclusive and had been drinking all day. So, as one...
Are you okay? Started thinking about Mexico, did you there?
As one does at an all-inclusive, ... When we got back to the room, things got frisky. First, the hotel staff member walked into our room when I was completely naked on our private balcony.
That's
LOL.
a big fear of mine. Because they just be walking in.
They'd be walking in, but like you have a do not disturb sign.
Yeah,
Just
but
use
sometimes
it.
sometimes I'm not that like.
I don't always use it, but it's because I like to live on the edge.
Sometimes wow, love that. Sometimes I swear they'll still like knock and be like, hello. And I'm like, girl.
Yeah. If I wanted you, I would.
Anyways, back to the story.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. Sorry guys.
So true. So naked on the private balcony, LOL. And then later we decided to pull out the trustful butt plug and lube. Everything was going great and orgasms were being had until he pushed the butt plug a little too far and literally inserted it into my colon, LOL, like out of reach. I started freaking out and didn't know what to do, so I started doing squats and jumping up and down and then got on the toilet, obviously made a makeshift squatty potty, duh.
Love that.
And I literally had to shit out my butt plug. It took probably 15 minutes and a lot of labor, pushing, and deep breaths. Smiley face.
She literally birthed her butt plug out of her butthole.
Birthed the butt plug. And also, I've never used a butt plug.
Oh, wow.
Can I just throw that out there? Is that weird?
No.
Yeah.
You should try it.
But I like that it's the trusty old butt plug.
I know, it's like, this is the one that always works.
Tried and tested.
If you get a pack of butt plugs, they come in different sizes.
Yeah.
So they probably just found the size that worked best for them.
Yeah.
Funny story, when one of my friends' wedding, I'm not going to say her name just in case she wants me to keep her anon, but one of my friends' wedding, the person who officiated her wedding got us all like gifts for like being the bridesmaids. And in those gift bags, like she got us all butt plugs.
Incredible.
She was officiating the wedding.
Wait, I'm obsessed with
No,
that.
I'm obsessed with her.
That's so cool.
I want to hang out with her again.
That's so cool. All right, next.
All right. Spooky story number, I don't know what number we're on. I don't know which one we're on.
I don't think it matters.
When my boyfriend and I were first talking, he fingered me one more. I also love how, like, our generation describes, like, stages of dating as, like, we were talking. Like, we were at the talking stage.
We were just talking, and now we're sleeping together, and then we were dating.
Yeah. It's funny. I just love it because it's, like, people that, like, if you're listening to this and you're, like, an older generation, you're like, what do you mean you were talking?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Whatever. When my boyfriend and I were first talking, so at this talking stage, he fingered me one morning before he left for work, and I guess I had just started my period that morning and didn't even realize, and neither did he. It wasn't until hours later he was at work and noticed his whole hand had dried blood on it, and he started looking all over his body trying to find the source of the bleeding, when in fact it was me the whole time.
That's tough.
That is tough.
I would be stressed to have the dried blood and thinking I was bleeding somewhere, and then you can't find it.
Yeah. It's like, where is it, like my fingernail? Like, where is this coming from?
No, that's funny.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love this vulva suit. Makes me feel like I can't just like turn my head. I have to like turn my whole vulva suit. All right.
Okay.
Let's go on to the next story.
Next story. La la la. Okay, this one is getting a shout out. Bridget, thank you for submitting.
She's one of our main, like our OG pelvic freaks.
Yeah, Bridget, OG pelvic freak. Thank you for submitting. This story kills me. I have heard it before. Okay, a guy I had been seeing. Well, then buckle up, sweetie.
Buckle up, girlfriend.
That was disgusting. A guy I had been seeing every once in a while. By seeing, I mostly mean I would respond to his 2 a.m. booty calls when I really felt like hating myself. Asked me to come over one night after going out. I Ubered the 45 minutes to his apartment at 2 a.m. only to get there and him did not answer any of my texts or calls. I should have specified Bridget lives in LA, so that is a normal amount of time to be in an Uber.
Ugh.
After almost an hour of waiting.
You guys don't have like public transport there?
It's terrible.
Transit?
Terrible.
Like no buses or anything. Like,
well, especially at 2 a.m. No, you're not taking that.
Oh, yeah. But that like for LA though. I've never been to LA, so.
We would just Uber places.
Like taxis.
You can. There's no taxis and Uber.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Sorry, like trying to wrap my mind around it.
There's a bus and a train. It's not expansive and it's kind of hard to take.
Because like with Chicago, it's like you can take the bus. I have like so many options anywhere I go.
Also, I could walk somewhere in 45 minutes in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's a small city.
That's true.
Yeah, no, that's pretty typical.
I forget about how big LA is. You're right.
It's huge. Okay, here's the funny part. After almost an hour of waiting, I finally decided to send myself home. An hour. How long would you sit outside a guy's apartment if he wasn't texting?
Well, if I had just taken like a 2-hour Uber.
45 minutes.
Oh. Why did I do that? Oh, 2 a.m.
This is crazy. I love it. I woke up the next mornings to a $20 Venmo from him with the caption, "Sorry, fell asleep." The round trip Uber was around $100. Needless to say, I did sleep with him again the next weekend.
Dang.
Fucking Bridget, I love this.
I also like how it said, "Sorry, fell asleep," but it's like literally SRY. Sorry, fell asleep.
Incredible.
No, I literally would have been banging on those windows. I'm not kidding. I would have turned into a freak.
Well, if it's an apartment, what if they're up on another level?
I would have found a way.
That's wild. I think I would have waited just as long.
No, I would have been a freak.
And then I would have gone home and I would have done the same thing. Honestly, I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. I honestly, I talk a big game over here, but
I'm glad I outgrew that phase and I'm glad Bridget did too. Thank you, Bridget.
Next. Okay. Oh, these ones. This is a 2-in-1 as well.
Yes.
So, do you want to read the second one and I'll read the first one? Okay. This is from Anon. We were getting really into it and I was on top. Well, I landed on the wrong angle and just smashed his dick. He claimed it was broken, bruised, and unusable for about 1 to 2 weeks. Of course, my question is, can you really break a penis? You can.
You can?
Yeah, you can tear the urethra too.
Yeah, I know the urethral tearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like the urethra is long in the penis. But yeah, you can hold 100%.
What are you breaking?
It's not like breaking, like there's no bones that you're breaking, but you can like bend it and then like you can injure the tissue and you can injure the contents within the tissue, like the urethra.
Yes.
and it will be very painful.
And it feels bone-like because it's erectile, so it probably
because
feels
it can
like
get
a fracture.
hard. Yeah, because it can get hard.
That's tough. All right, second story is PT adjacent. Don't use it if you don't need to. I was giving a fantastic blowjob once, except that it went on forever and my jaw got stuck open afterwards. I couldn't shut it properly for a few hours. Ever since, I've had my TMJ click whenever I open my jaw too. I don't know. Am I hopeless?
Aww. That makes me so sad because every time she clicks her jaw, she's gonna think of that.
She's gonna think about how fantastic the blowjob was.
Yeah, I slayed that.
Not hopeless. I'm curious what you've done to try to treat it. But it sounds like there's some things that could help.
We're not TMJ PTs, but there are some out there.
Yeah, and people dry needle the TMJ, and people say it's life changing. So you could check that out.
And I'm sure they would love to hear that story in your evaluation.
Yeah. No, yeah. Please tell
them. At least I would.
How that came about. That's hilarious.
My turn?
Yeah.
A funny sex story I have is me and this man came back from the date party and decided it was a good idea to try to have sex inside one of his large suitcases on the floor.
Not the suitcase.
Oh my God. LOL. Okay, this one, I was like, wait, what?
It's giving serial killer?
Well, how do you fit in a suitcase?
Why are you fitting in a suitcase?
Actually, one time I did put my friend in a suitcase.
Contortionist?
No, we just wanted to see what would happen.
Did you try it? But you didn't have sex in it.
No. And it was only one person.
I'm trying to picture a world in which I want to have sex in a suitcase.
This is what I'm thinking. What did they say? Date party. You think they're fine? The funny thing is, guys, right now there's a church having service right above us.
In our office building.
If you hear them choiring, what is that? You hear them
singing?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
If you hear them, they just let them have their moment, okay? It's fine. But so anyways, yeah, I'm thinking that they came back to like a frat. Have you ever been in a frat house?
Yeah.
Where do you have? You know what frat house is like? Their rooms are tiny. And there's usually like 4 in a room, I think.
Yeah.
You'd like trying to be discreet and they're trying to hide in the room or something.
So
they were probably like, well, the option is this.
I feel like
there could have been better options.
Experience, but banging in a room with other people, you just go under the sheets. I feel like a suitcase is more.
It's a little.
It's not like obvious. It's a closed suitcase. That's just an open suitcase.
How big was this suitcase?
I do want to know the size of the suitcase. It said large suitcases.
Maybe his suitcase was already like on the bed and he was like, I don't feel like moving it. Should we just do it?
It says on the floor, Hannah.
Oh.
Large suitcases on the floor. Anyway, this one has a question attached to it that we should address.
Go for it.
It says exercises for tighter vag and no is the answer. Your vag is perfect as it is. Mm-hmm. We don't do exercises to tighten the vagina. We do exercises to treat muscle weakness. So if you actually have questions on that, go to one of our earlier episodes where we talk about doing Kegels or when to not do Kegels, because that's kind of, I think, what you're referring to. But we talk about ways to strengthen the pelvic floor that are not.
Sometimes you do need to strengthen the pelvic floor. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in terms of like sex, your vagina has the girth it needs.
It has the girth
it has the tone it needs.
It's elastic tissue, so it will recoil and expand on its own. And honestly, when your vag is tight, it just means you're not horny. Mm-hmm. Because it should relax and open up a little bit with all that nice foreplay that you're doing. And you want it to be like juicy and wet and open. That's my takeaway.
Yeah.
Cool. And if someone's complaining about vaginismus, it's probably because they're insecure. And they're worried that they can't handle you. Mm-hmm. So. Okay, next.
All right. You go for it.
Okay. Me and my now husband, he was my boyfriend at the time, were having sex in the complete dark. He had flipped me onto my back and he was on top. All of a sudden, I feel wetness on my face, and I said, "What is that?" He said, "Oh no," turned on the light and was holding his nose. It started bleeding, and it was all over my face. When he gets nosebleeds, it's not just a little dribble. That boy bleeds like a woman on a heavy period.
This is not the first time I've heard a story like this.
No.
That's more common than you think.
This is in a How I Met Your Mother episode.
Did this happen to me once?
Not you not knowing.
I don't think it did.
That's so funny.
Could have been a dream.
Tough. Would that give you the ick? Because they're married now. So
no.
Clearly it was fine.
No, I would take care of them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, don't worry, I got you. Let me tend to your nose.
I'd be like, give me your nose. I forget if you're supposed to like go down or up. I haven't had a nosebleed in so long.
Down.
Down, right?
I think.
You get it out.
Yeah.
And then you clog it.
Honestly, I don't remember.
You know, sometimes sex is bloody. Let's be real.
Sex is embarrassing. That's why we're reading these stories. Because sex is sometimes embarrassing, awkward. Like, honestly, more times than not, sex is awkward. Let's be honest.
It's awkward and weird and stupid.
It's so kind of, yeah, it's weird.
And fun and wet and
but
bloody.
Whatever. Like, have fun with it. It's so fun.
It's actually disgusting, but awesome. Anyway.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. We got another one. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Hi, it's me again. I just submitted the bloody nose horror.
Oh, hey, what up?
My husband and I had just finished having sex and he was cleaning up. I had to look at his penis and said, "Where did your balls go?" Was this in the same? Okay, anyways. "Where did your balls go? They were missing." All caps. He looked down and started to freak out and couldn't feel them. His sack just was an empty pocket. All of a sudden, they just plopped down and swear it made that noise. Plop. They clearly were stuck in a pocket or cavity or something. It was absolutely hilarious.
Okay, I don't know who submitted this, but I want to have dinner with this couple.
For real.
I'm like picturing that
was
happening.
This the same
and I'm
night?
like, would I look you in the face and be like, "Where did your balls go?" That's awesome.
I love that she was just so open about it. That's so funny. But like, imagine this being the same night, like blood all over her face, and then she like looks down. That's like an episode from like Friends or something.
In my head, this is all the same night.
Yeah, that's so what I'm doing.
I'm obsessed with
Thank you for submitting that glorious story.
Beautiful.
Glory.
Okay, I know.
Sorry, the church is getting to me.
I know who this one is.
Okay.
I think Amanda probably knows about this one, but when we were in college, I hooked up with this guy and got gum stuck in his pubes. Like, he offered me gum at first, and I was so drunk I completely forgot about it. Then later he was like, "OMG, did you just get gum in my pubes?" It was seriously all stuck in there. No way it was coming out. And I think I literally said, "IDK, where that came from, maybe cut it out." And then I left. It's fine because he sucked anyway. And now he's a conspiracy theorist. So I'm glad I forced him to do some maintenance down there.
Because now he's a conspiracy theorist.
No, he is. Keep it up, girlies. This world needs you. I love it.
Aww.
My Pilates teacher keeps telling me to tighten my pelvic floor in class, and I always just start doing Kegels. Sorry if you've covered this already, but what should that feel like? Go to the same episode as we sent the last person to.
Right? Or listen to the core stability episode where we talk about like Pilates and the pelvic floor, or listen to our Pilates episode that we just released. Too.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we just released our Pilates episode.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Okay, you're up.
My turn. I hope you guys can't hear the singing. We're going to try to.
We hope you can hear it. We'll reduce background noise.
We thought that if we showed up a little bit earlier, that we would miss the singing, but then we forgot, they probably have 2 services in one day, and we're just going to stop filming on Sundays.
Yeah. This is our last Sunday episode.
Yeah, if you're
for the record.
Forever. Okay. Just funny that this is the episode that we're recording.
It's church and we're doing this.
We're sitting,
praise
like,
the
imagine
Lord.
You're at church and you just have like 2 single women sitting below you in vulva suits reading sex stories.
Good thing I didn't wear my God Love Sluts shirts on a Sunday.
Oh.
I mean, or maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, ready? Not spooky, but when having sex with a guy, my back started hurting really bad, and I didn't know what it was, so I told him he hurt my back. And a whole rumor went around that he broke my back because he was so good at sex. Ew. Yikes. But I added in the ew, not this person. But it was actually a kidney stone. In parentheses, guess who?
That's funny. Can I sidebar? That happened to me once.
You got a kidney stone?
No, I had back pain from sex. He like compressed my L2 space. So I had like nerve pain on my anterior thigh for like 3 days. And I had back pain. And this was in grad school. And he was in my, sorry, that just sidebar. This was in grad school. And he was in our class. And I had our classmates work on it by doing like traction on my spine. So they all knew how this happened.
Because you have to say.
And then in class,
the mechanism of injury.
That week, we were talking about mechanisms of injury, and they talked about sex causing back pain, and half our class started laughing because they knew that just happened to me. And
dude,
it was so traumatizing.
Not the music slowly getting louder as you get to the climax of the story.
This just like resurfaced that entire story in my head. That was so funny.
That was in PT school?
That was in PT school.
That's amazing.
Yeah, anyway.
The kidney stone comment is that, like, I actually read this one when I was like on my lunch break the other day, and I just started like uncontrollably laughing. I don't know why. I just thought it was so funny. Like, he's like, yeah, I broke her back. And she's like, actually, it was a kidney stone.
I actually have a kidney stone and you suck. And then you know what? He probably disappeared after that.
Probably. We killed him. No, I'm just kidding.
Spooky.
Ooh. All right.
All right. Next.
Yours.
Very embarrassing sex story. My boyfriend and I were driving to a movie and got there early. We decided to have some casual sex in the car. Maybe we were rocking the car too much because we looked over and the police were knocking on the car. We got dressed and they individually questioned us to make sure it was consensual. We never had sex in the car ever again, and I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
That is scary, though.
That is scary. Like, can you get in trouble for that?
I think you can.
I mean,
but like everyone's
had sex in a car.
But that is scary. Like, that's like always a fear when you do it. We got dressed
deep in the passenger seat.
Literally, like getting dressed slowly as they're just standing there. Worst. That would be awful.
That's so awkward. I hope they turned around and let them change.
Your hair is getting crazy in that clit hole.
Should I take it out?
No. I mean, if you want. You want to throw it out? Show off the perp hair?
Oh yeah, my hair's purple. The suit brings it out, I think.
It does. Knee deep in the passenger seat and you beat me out on your casual now, yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Not the church.
We got one more, I think. Oh no,
oh
we're not
no,
doing this
I have
then.
one on my phone.
Oh yeah, we have one more.
This is so bad, dude.
What if they can't even hear it?
They probably
can just edit out.
They definitely heard it. One time the fire engine went by and they could hear it.
Then let's do a dance break.
Sometimes should we stand up? It's over. Okay.
I'm ready.
Sex story incoming. While I was hooking up with this guy once, we had to stop having sex because his penis was burning, and he kept asking if I had eaten any spicy food.
No.
I was like, no. And he was like, this is so weird. Like, I'm not okay. And then he left in a panic. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until later, but my hip had been bothering me that morning, so I had been putting icy hot on it all day. Poor guy, my bad.
Oh my god.
Have you been eating any spicy food lately?
The spicy food comment is,
why is it spicy?
I mean, he probably freaked out and like went to urgent care. Because my first thought, you didn't tell me this one before. My first thought was like, did you get tested?
I would have probably.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's really funny.
Why is it spicy? All right. Ready?
Ready.
Last one?
Last one.
When I was trying to have sex with my boyfriend at my friend's house and I didn't know his parents had Google Home / Ring cameras set up, and his parents literally saw me on camera taking my shirt off. I can imagine like facing, like what I'm imagining is like them doing this and then like the Ring camera, like just the parents seeing this on the Ring camera.
Yeah.
And there's no stopping it because it's like a ding ding. Like,
I'm mad at one of my friends.
I don't have a
not
Ring.
Submitting theirs now.
Really?
They had a really embarrassing one.
The Ring camera is like, there's probably so many, like, we could probably have a series of just like Ring camera episode series. I'm malfunctioning.
Pelvic freak story time. Ring cameras.
I'm just imagining there's a lot. Ring cameras, Google Home cameras, they like catch things.
So good. All right, guys. Thanks so much for submitting stories. It looks like Hannah wanted to say that, but I got it wrong.
I don't know what I was going to say.
We love these storytime episodes, and they're just like a fun little reprieve from our usual content. So we'll probably keep doing them. Give us some feedback and what you want. Storytime.
You said reprieve in one episode earlier, and I had to go back and Google it later to see it. But in the episode, I was like, yeah, reprieve, and like totally played it off like I knew what that word meant. Now I know what it means, and I love it.
Shoot, now I've said it twice. That's probably as many times as I'm allowed to say it.
You can say it whenever you want.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to start saying it.
Yeah. Make sure if you ever want to be featured on these that you leave your name and city, because otherwise we don't know who's submitting. And if we're in between storytime episodes, you can still go to that forum and submit a random story. It doesn't have to be about sex or poop or like whatever we're prompting. Like we may just have storytime episodes that are random too.
Just random story. Whenever you think of something, you're like, I want those pelvic freaks to hear me out.
Yeah. So make sure you're following us on social media at Pelvic POV.
And follow our personal accounts at Hannah Meyer, Meyyeer. Oh, I did it again. And follow our personal accounts at Hannah Meyer, Meyyeer.
And Amanda Neary, PT, and is in November.
And is in. Now go to the link in our bio, submit some stories. Submit a question.
And happy Halloween, Pelvic Freaks.
Happy Halloween. Don't get too spooky.
Or do.
Not
sexually, though.
Have good sex, not scary sex. Unless you're into it.
Like that. Okay, bye.
Bye.